Tricky interview question. What is that thing in your current job that you don't like? Okay, so this is an interview question asked to get the thing out of from you that understand what is something that you are struggling at your job, what is something that you're not able to accomplish, not able to carry out. So here you have to answer it in a well manner so that you don't expose your vulnerabilities, don't expose your weaknesses or something that you're not able to meet the expectation. Rather than that, you have to refrain it. Though the question is what is the something that you don't like, don't say that there is an XYZ thing I don't like. See it in a way that there is a ABC thing I least like about it, and there are a lot of XYZ things I like more about. So you can frame it in this way that okay, I pretty much enjoy my job, doing whatever I have the responsibilities, whatever the work I do, the stuff I carry out, I really enjoy it. But I won't say that there's anything that I don't like at all. But I would say there are few things that I least like about, and then you can quote an example. Like I have an example like in my current job where I being a developer, and we work on the development operation, most of the technical sides, and the working on the DevOps side. We also given much time to an operation sides, understand the requirements and put the documents. So that's what we do, and it's pretty much enjoying. But sometimes we have to spend a time on writing the documentation for the code that we have written, write the test cases, and sometimes it becomes tedious and we think, oh, is it really that I'm documenting is going to be useful, is someone ever going to read this or not? So that makes sometimes tedious, sometimes a little boring, and then to get make a people about get away from that. But it's not all about that. I also learned the importance of the documentation. There is an importance associated with it is useful up to some value. It will be, if any future there is any defect, it would be really helpful to backtrack and figure out what could have been done gone wrong, and instead of it would save the time if you have the proper documentation in place. So I understand the importance of it, and I think as a personal trait I always focus on the things which are boring to make it interesting. So I also, when I had this assignments of making the documentation, I did that. I completely agree and accept and admit this thing that okay, doing a thing doesn't matter if it is an important for organization or for the team at that point. Doesn't matter how boring or the how irrelevant it may feel. As per your skill, you have to do it. There is importance associated with that at that point. So I had this task which were people were saying the boring, and then I put some efforts in understanding okay how I can make it something really interesting, and like so that it won't be boring no more, and people would also save an efforts into it. So particularly about the document that we used to write for the test cases, I then did some research and found out that okay, there are some frameworks available. If I do some custom configuration and put some apply my some programming knowledge to it, what I can do is I can automatically generate the document based on the test cases that I wrote in code, and that would save time, and it won't be a boring as much. Doing a programming, writing logic to these things is not boring. It's an innovative work that you do. So yeah, this is the way how I like to approach to the least like thing, to the things which may appear a little boring.